Hi, my name is Brennan Walt, and today I'll be talking to you on a research project I did called What It Takes to Work at Google. A little background on Google. Google is a technology company that specializes in internet-related services and products. Some examples are online advertising technologies, search engine, cloud computing, software, and hardware. According to Glassdoor, a site that lists the top 25 highest-paying companies in the United States as of 2016, Google is ranked number 5. It has a median base salary of $123,331. Google is famously known for their tough interviews and resume requirements. They ask you for your college transcript, GPA, and test scores. Once and if you have scored an interview, they ask very out-of-the-box interview questions that can be overwhelming to some. But as of recently, they discovered those traits, unless you are a recent college student graduate, they don't predict anything about the person. Rather, they recommend these 12 tips to better help get hired and stay at Google. Tip number 1. Professional experience. The better your professional experiences are, whether it be jobs related to Google or experiences that will benefit and further help Google, are ideal. With these traits, they say a degree might not even matter, but of course it is always preferable. This does not apply if you are a student who just graduated with a degree and is applying for an internship. They say your GPA and test grades matter more than the hiring process and personal experiences. Tip number 2. Good coding skills. Building up your knowledge of coding at the beginning is beneficial. This applies especially for engineering-related jobs. Some examples of good coding skills are how well you can understand and interpret the code, how well you can come up with different ways to improve the code, and how well you can identify the broken code, and how quickly you can fix it. Tip number 3. Apply directly, not through the company website. Chances of getting an interview by applying through the company website is very slim to none. Instead, use these 3 techniques to better help your odds of an interview. Number 1. Internships. Apply for ones while still in college and successfully complete the internship. Number 2. Campus recruiting. If a company comes to your college, ask questions and apply for any possible internships they have. Number 3. Referral. Knowing someone that works at the company helps. It better helps the odds of the company looking at your resume and possibly scoring an interview. Tip number 4. Reach out to a Google recruiter. Find a way to contact a Google recruiter. Chances are greater to get an interview by reaching out instead of just applying. This can be done through email or phone. Tip number 5. Become a T-shaped person. Google uses a term called T-shaped person. T-shaped means that a person who has been hired has developed a specialty, meaning that they are very skilled in their position or area and is likely the best in the field. While they look at this as valuable, they also want the person to have other interests as well. Tip number 6. Writing down your GPA. Google recommends that you don't write down your GPA if it is too low. The reason for this is that when comparing to thousands of other applicants, seeing that your GPA was lower than others could cause you to be put at the bottom of the list, which may also result in you not getting the interview. If your GPA is good, then by all means write it down. Tip number 7. Wait until you're 3 years out of college. Harvey Alcades, a graduate of Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Computer Science, says that if you apply within 3 years of graduation, Google will ask for your transcript and it will stay in the electronic records used by Google recruiters forever. If you wait to apply and don't volunteer your GPA, then they shouldn't ask. Tip number 8. List other activities on your resume. To Google, it's not just about the GPA and the spectacular test scores. It is also about other activities you did that make you stand out from everyone else. Bruce R. Miller, who is the current staff engineer at Google, says, they get 3,000 resumes a day and they can't interview everyone. So put something on that resume that stands out and catches the eye of the person viewing it. Tip number 9. Showcase your engineering skills. It is one thing to say you're an excellent engineer, but can you show and prove it as well? Be able to show some evidence that you excel as an engineer and present it to the interviewer. Tip number 10. Good track record on open source projects. Open source is defined as a program whose source code is available for use or modification as users or developers see fit. It allows them to look at the source code to see if there are flaws, edit to improve the code, or also break the code. The company might assign projects for you to find, fix, and/or improve the source code. This is where the good track record comes into play. For example, if you are given 4 projects and you successfully complete all of them, then that's a good track record. Likewise, if you are given the same 4 projects and you completed 1 and failed 3 of them, then your track record isn't very good. Try your best to complete all. Don't focus on one over the other unless specified. Tip number 11. Be passionate about the company. If you don't love the company and what the company does, then don't even bother applying. Google is looking for passionate people who love the company and want to help benefit the company now and in the future. During the interview, tell the interviewer what you admire and love about the company. Saying good things about the company can better help your chances of getting hired. Tip number 12. Communicate how you can help the company. The most important aspect that matters at the end of this is how you can better help move the company forward. Be passionate, use your creativity, be initiative, and when it comes to projects, tasks, and goals, have a positive attitude, and work to the best of your ability, by yourself, and more importantly, with others. Google isn't just some simple everyday workplace. To work there, you have to be good at what you do, show you're willing to learn, love what you do, and help others and the company, and be able to work as a team. These are the 12 steps of what it takes to work at Google. Thank you.